No, they can't get far.
Escaping the realm of darkness, the paranormal guys are on a quest to find the answers to the hard questions of where the normal meets the paranormal and the weird, and where the natural meets the unnatural. So grab your holy water, call your mama, and get ready for the Paranormal Guys podcast.
Well, hello, everyone. Today's date is October 30th, 2022. Is the day before Halloween. The veil is so thin.
It's so thin.
But
It's
not
paper, rice paper thin today.
rice paper thin?
That's right.
It's just a veil. It's a veil. We can see everything and hear everything, Steve. We can do it
That's
all.
So I got my headphones on so I can hear it all.
Yeah.
But I bet the veil is so thin, I don't even need these.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep them on anyway.
Right.
So,
Well, you know, we're all done with the season. October is done. It's been one hell of a season from the beginning. A lot of people don't know is that we actually start planning a lot of this starting in January.
yep.
Get right back to work around like January, and we plan everything. We try to get everything right. There's a lot of talking to people, doing appointments with people, talking to them on the phone, and we got to get everything organized. There's a lot of behind the scenes work that people don't realize that happens with putting these things. But before we get started, ladies and gentlemen, what I want to do is I want to thank the whole Graveside Paranormal team. That includes you, Steve. You did a hell of a job this year. You did a hell of a job.
You did as well.
A lot of this cannot be done without you, Steve.
I just pushed some buttons in the background.
You just push some buttons. No,
Yeah.
you do a lot more than pushing buttons. Kylie.
Yes, Kylie.
Kylie, number one. She gets all of our stuff out there. She gets all of our things when podcasts have to come up or any kind of advertisement whatsoever. She gets all that really cool stuff out there. We got Michelle,
Yes.
who does a great job. She did the Roth House yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So she did a great job. That's like if you had a football team, that's your running back right there.
Right.
You know, that would be my running back if I had a football team. That would be it because that's my to-go girl right there to get stuff done.
Yeah,
And
she gets it done.
Yeah, she gets it done. And the main one, at least for me, is my wife Sue. She was there on each and every tour. She comes to each and every one. And so I greatly appreciate, that she comes to each and every thing.
That's
so
right.
I want to thank everybody on Graveside Paranormal. Who else am I? Take, for instance, like Lorraine. She helps us out. Lorraine, she's really good. She does a really great job behind the scenes stuff for us sometimes when she can.
There's some people out at the Roth House yesterday.
Julie was out there, and Ray, our new team member, Ray. He was out there, and I appreciate it. Thank you very much for being out there, guys. You guys
Let's think. Yeah, absolutely. Those guys are great. And we got to thank John from the Roth House.
Yeah, John, the owner of the Roth House.
M&M Limo.
Yeah, M&M Limousine. Yeah, we appreciate Michelle from M&M Limousine. She makes sure that we get all the buses done right.
Right.
The one bus that we definitely need, she gets it out there on time. So I want
the haunted bus.
The haunted bus.
Haunted bus. Father Tom
from St. James Cemetery.
Thank you, Father Tom.
Yeah, I know he's probably not listening, but
thank you anyway. Listen to our show.
You never know. You never know.
Maybe
we get a new fan every now and then.
Right.
Also, just anybody who came out. Number one, you the fans, you guys who come out to these things, come out to our ghost tours. You are the best out there. You guys want to come out and you guys want to have fun. And that's what we try to provide for everybody. Not only learning about the stories, but learning a little bit of hooky spooky, but entertaining you. Mm-hmm. And it's what we're going to show tonight is you guys who found a lot of evidence. And I tell each and every one of you, when we're out there, you guys are ones who are going to be taking these pictures and showing the evidence. I can't do all the pictures and stuff. So I rely on you. And that's part of an investigation is what we do is we have a lot of you out there who are taking these pictures. So I appreciate each and every one of you. And I hope you stay with us and you start tuning into the Paranormal Guys podcast with me and Steve. We got a new one coming out tomorrow
Yes.
with Laura Gonzalez, and she's going to be talking about the Day of the Dead. So that's going to be coming out tomorrow.
That's going to be a really good episode.
Yeah, I really appreciated that episode. It'll be coming out for Halloween. It's a Halloween special. So let's get right into the pictures.
Before we jump into that, I just also want to let folks know who have been on the tour. I am a little behind on my video, but I will be also putting out some content, some of the Anahata sessions that we had in October. If you're looking for that, I'm aware that I'm a little behind. October just got ahead of me. I can't believe it's already October 30th.
Yeah,
But hang on, give me a couple days. I'm going to be getting them out, and you're going to see if we caught anything on the Anahata sessions. That's all I wanted to add.
Right. Yeah, it's a lot of work that he puts on his plate sometimes. And I appreciate that work. All right. So at the beginning of the season, we started planning on what we were going to do this year. Like I said, it takes a lot of planning to do. Now, one of our daytime tours, and this goes not only for the October, we do tours a lot in the spring and the summer. And this first picture that I'm going to show you was taken at Holy Sepulchre Cemetery. This is an amazing picture. Once again, you, the customer, took this picture. Steve, can you pull up the picture of the nun?
Yeah, it's a little blurry because it's blown up. And
Right.
I think we might have shown this on a podcast that hasn't aired yet.
Right.
So people might be seeing this for the first time if they haven't been on our bus tour. But yeah, check that out.
So yeah, the lady took it at Holy Sepulchre Cemetery when we were doing this story about the Graham sisters and Mary Alice Quinn. For whatever part, she took this random picture, and this almost nun-looking lady, she shows up in it, and then we're all like, "What the heck is that?" Now you can see that's an old traditional nunnery or nun outfit, and the face is very distinct. You see the eyes, you see the bridge of the nose, you see the lips, or that of lips, and you see a chin, and you see the habit that's on top of her head. Could we have caught something, or this person caught something for us at Holy Sepulchre Cemetery? It's an odd image. I've never seen it before. The only time I've ever seen this is in the Conjuring movies, The Nun.
Yeah, it looks like that nun.
Yeah, it's weird, man.
I don't want none of that.
I don't want none of that.
That's a scary picture.
So let's move on to. Did we have any other ones from the spring or summer? No, we didn't have any other ones.
No, but we talked about a concept on our tour, and I think it freaked out your daughter and son. It was the story of black-eyed children.
All right, so this is what's funny, ladies and gentlemen. So we brought out a video about black-eyed children, right? And it tells about who they are, what they are, or whatever they do. And Steve, pull up a picture of black-eyed children, right?
No child was injured in the
children were
production of this photo.
No. So what happened is later on that night after the tour ended, my daughter, who's in her 20s, and my son, he's over 20, they started going, "Oh, that was horrible." Now they're scared, and like they wouldn't go to bed. You know, and I'm like, there's something wrong with you people, man. I go, I'm going to bed just fine. But they saw these things in the background story. Supposedly there's a frequency that's out there.
Right.
And I want to do a show on this. I got to find the right person to do the show with.
We definitely got to do it, but I don't want to play that frequency because it attracts the black-eyed children to come to your door at night, and you'll catch it on your ring.
All right.
And I don't want to do that. But Neal, you were saying on the tour, let's play that low frequency on the bus. I'm like, no, man. These black-eyed children will they'll hitchhike. Yeah. And we're on a bus.
Well, they're hitchhikers too, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, huh.
And you're not supposed to let them in your car. And you're not supposed to let them in your house. And if you do, there'll be a curse.
Kind of like vampires.
I don't know what they do, but yeah. Neal,
let's get to some of these photos here. Let's start showing. Now that's St. James.
Right.
These are from customers, or if one of these might be from you.
Mm-hmm.
The beauty of St. James in itself, it was just very nice of Father Tom to let us out there. That was really, really nice. Let's see another picture so I can explain. So let's start putting up some of the shadow people from.
Let's go to Archer Woods. St. James is beautiful. I just want to show that. I took that picture. This is one of the places we went to. Father Tom let us in. We got a lot of pictures from here, But I think the creepiest thing that happened on our tours this year was the shadow people at Archerwood
It was
Cemetery.
crazy. We've never ever gotten this many weird pictures.
Right.
So this picture here was taken by a customer. I believe his name was Matt.
Was it Matt or Jill Hawley?
No,
One.
Jill's is a different one.
Okay.
Or Julie. Her name's Julie.
Okay.
So this was taken by a guy named Matt, young guy. He just took a random picture. You can see the legs right there. So what I do is I try to bring out the image more when we see it. Okay, that way we can emphasize it a little bit more. So I circled it, and you can see the legs right there. You can kind of see like a torso. That was at the entrance of Archerwood Cemetery. I mean, when I saw that, I was like, "Oh, you gotta send me that one, man." That's a crazy one. Show them in the next one.
Was this picture also taken by the same?
Yes. So this was taken by the same person, as far as I know. This looks like something like kind of like hovering out of the exit
Right.
of Archerwood Cemetery. You can see it almost looks like an alien head, that shadow.
It does.
And it has a back end, it's like its back.
It's got big black eyes.
Like it's floating out. I mean, that is, man, we've never gotten photos like this on the tour, man. This whole year, the things that we've gotten, it's unbelievable. It truly is.
I think it's a combination of the thinning of the veil, and I think there's there's just something wrong with the world, right? And like all this stuff's coming through.
Man, these things are coming through, and this whole month of October, we've been just getting a lot of really cool stuff, man.
We also, it was another night, right, where we got this photo.
All right, so this is from Julie. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Jill or Julie, I forget. So this is the first picture. Okay, she sent me this, and you're going to see down center point on the gravel ground. It looks like 2 feet. All right, looks like there's 2 feet right there. But then when I highlighted it, look at the second one. I circled it, and that's what that is, like a shadow person. See, like we can't blow up the image right now on this, but you can I placed it on Facebook. You can blow them up. There is no distinct features in the face. Everything is just dark with this image.
Nobody was standing there either.
No one was standing there. I have no idea what that was. If someone can explain to me, please. I'm not perfect at what I do. There's no such thing as being perfect at what you do. I mean, there's always that one person who's a little bit smarter than you. And let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, there's a long line of people who are smarter than me. So
did you not have like a shadow person experience before we even saw these photos?
Thank you for reminding me that. So this is what was weird. We're standing in there, and this was on the day that she took that photo, man.
Right.
I saw something, number one, over near the tree, but I kind of blew it off, thinking, all right, maybe it's just dark. It's just dark over there. Then as we were getting ready to do that walk around the circle, I feel like something was on my back, and I'm like, like if someone walked up on you, and I look, and all of a sudden it looks like a shadow, but then I think to myself, oh, it's just my shadow. But then I asked my wife, Sue, she goes, how can it be a shadow, your shadow? We're in the dark. So I'm like, you're right. I go, I didn't even think about that. We're in the dark. How could it be my shadow? So I definitely had an experience there. Is it guaranteed that that's what it was? I don't know. I really don't know. But
did
it
feel like evil?
No, it just felt like someone just walking up on me, getting really close. I didn't feel like any kind of emotions or anything like that.
All right.
It was just surprised me.
Does that happen with shadow people? Negative emotions?
I don't know. All I know is the ones that I've seen, I've never ever felt emotion from them.
Yeah.
I've never felt that. I just see them. If you see them, you just see them. I've never felt like an emotional thing towards with them. So I don't really know.
My mom sees a shadow person.
Does she now?
Yeah. Like for years, a shadow person's follow her. If she's probably watching this, she's gonna have bad dreams tonight. But she'll wake up at night and she'll see the Hat Man standing by her bed.
The Hat Man.
And it's not my dad playing a trick on her. I thought it might be, but he's sleeping next to her, and she'll wake up and she'll see a shadow man, and he moves. I think from right to left or something like that.
Usually, for whatever reason, these things move left to right or right
left to right. Yeah,
but
he's always moving the same way.
Why they do that? But they do move pretty damn quick. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
But, what do we got next?
So Well, let me take a look here. So we looked at some pictures from St. James, right?
Right.
I was going to show like a couple pictures that were taken. St. James is a beautiful place, a lot of history, um, about monks and all that, floating
Sure.
around. Here's another one. Some of these pictures were taken from guests, and they were emailed to us, so the quality might be a little fuzzy on a few of these, right?
That's fine.
And I'm not sure if there's anything specific in these photos that they sent, like why they sent them. And this one, I don't see anything standing
Yeah, well,
out.
what I tell people, and you're there, is I just tell them just send them in if you think something's going on. See,
Right.
like I what I would think is probably, you see, if you look up in that top left-hand corner, there's like a green glowy thing up in that tree. I just noticed that.
Yeah.
They might be thinking, "Oh, Neil, what do you think that is?" To be honest with you, I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't
I
know.
mean, are there lights? There are lights.
There are lights there throughout the place. There could be a light that's down below near that tree that's causing that to happen. So I
Right.
don't know.
Another kind of fuzzy photo
Yeah.
of St. James.
Hmm.
Let's see what else we got. Some folks. Neil, you were talking about like these plots, right, with the cement
Yeah,
lines.
when you know what, our graveyard gal Christine, she does the angel cards. She was telling us all about the graveyards and stuff like that. Is that when they're separated like that, you see like the bricks that are going across. That's usually for a family area, and
Hmm.
it's usually the people who had more money usually had those areas, and those were basically for families.
Right. This is up front, right, by
Yeah,
the
this is in the
church.
1800s. That's how those things were built.
Now all these stones they're facing east, right?
All the stones in St. James Cemetery are facing east because of the rising of Christ.
Hmm. Sun rises in the east.
Sunrise rises in the east, so did Christ. All right.
Um,
So this picture here, this was taken by Mary Brown,
mhm.
friend of mine.
2 days
So
ago, right?
what's that?
It was on Friday.
She went Friday. Yeah,
Yeah,
she
so
went
2 days
Friday.
ago this picture was taken.
Right. So in between those two tall tombstones, if you look center, you're going to see what looks like a white figure where it almost looks like shoulders and a head. So what I did was is I changed up the imagery a little bit to bring out it more.
Oh
She took
yeah,
this photo and this showed up in it.
that looks like one of those black-eyed children.
I don't know if it's one of those black
No,
children, dude, but it's definitely
it looks like
something that
someone
does look.
standing there,
It definitely
translucent.
looks. It definitely looks like something is standing there. It definitely looks like something standing there.
What
If you
the?
guys can grab that picture, we'll put that up on. I'll put it up either later on tonight or I'll put it up tomorrow. You
Yeah, I'll
can
put up
zoom
on
in and
Facebook.
check for yourself.
Yeah, people can take a download these and investigate.
Investigate on your own. That's what we do.
Right.
All right, what do we got next, Steve?
Oh, let's see. Oh, there's a little picture of where are we? Bachelors?
That's bachelors.
The back end of Bachelor's Grove.
It looks
Some
like the back in the bachelors. No, actually,
no,
you know what? No, that's Archer Woods.
it's
That's
Archer
Archer Woods.
Woods. Yeah,
Yeah,
in the middle there's our Anahata Spirit Portal.
yeah.
For folks who never been on our tour, we do investigations. This is a piece of equipment that we have. We have our group standing around it, and we'll ask the spirit portal to allow spirits to talk through it. And sometimes guests get direct contact. It's kind of a freaky thing. It doesn't
That
happen
doesn't
all the
work
time.
every time, and we're not going to say
No,
that it ever works every single time, but sometimes it
but we
does, and
try.
sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah,
So in that picture there, it looks like there's some kind of white streak going across. That
yeah,
actually could just be a fly or something like that.
yeah. It could be just something in the
Like
atmosphere.
that.
Or, it just flew by. I notice a lot of the cameras now. They have this special night mode, and I've got one of those phones, a Samsung.
Where it gives that center.
Not just a center, but it has this night vision mode.
Mhm.
And like for example, in that picture that I showed earlier, see if I find it. Here's one. No, that's not mine. I apologize, everybody. Bear with me. This one. This picture that I showed at the beginning. This was very dark when the picture was taken. But what the new phones do is they make it look almost like it's daylight.
Yeah.
So in order to do that, the phones the lens is open for a little bit longer, so you
Mhm.
might get some weird artifacts in your picture because of the new technology used for night vision. And I don't know all the ins and outs of how night vision renders on a Samsung or an iPhone, and some of the weird effects that might be artifacts of that. I'm going to investigate that a little bit more. So I think people might be seeing stuff on at night on these pictures, but it
Right.
might be explained by the technology used, if that
What do
makes
we got
sense.
next?
Let's see. Now we talk about um, this place here.
All right. So this was Sacred Heart Cemetery, okay?
Right.
And this is the area. Now we got a photo from Pat, our guy from Ghostly Podcast, Patrick Harrington. The next picture is going to show. Pull that up, Steve. Where it looks like a person sitting there, okay?
Right.
And it's red. Now, it wasn't until the next time that we went out that we were able to debunk what this is. And
Right.
that's part of the things that we do is we have to actually figure out what this is. For the people who went with us to Sacred Heart Cemetery, of course, we're in a bus, right? So the brake lights are on. Those back end brake lights are on, which is causing that red. And the other thing is that he's taking a picture at the time that those brake lights are on, which is causing light.
Right.
And so he is taking a picture and a shadow. It's a shadow of himself. Okay. If you look over to our right of the picture, it almost looks like what's closer to his face is almost like a phone is being up like this, like next to his face, like this
Oh yeah.
shadow. So
That's a
not
tail
shadow.
light behind him.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Okay.
that blackness that's under there, that's a bush.
That's a bush.
So we
Right.
went back there and we found out that that's a bush.
And there's another angle. I showed this in the beginning, but this is you can kind of
And you
see
can see the redness
the
from
red from the tail light.
the tail
Yeah.
lights in that picture as well.
Right. Now we had a weird thing happen last night. Do you remember that? I kind of heard like a weird noise when we were there.
Sound like a werewolf.
I don't know what that was, but
Sound like a werewolf, man.
that was again maybe somebody was pranking us, but we were out there and we heard like kind of a wolf.
Yeah.
So
All right. So what else we got for the peoples?
let's see. Well, oh, the phenomenon that happens on the bus.
All right. So this is going to be hard to see, maybe in the picture that we're showing you. So it is on our Facebook site. I'll try to put it up again. We talk about being at the back end of Bachelor's Grove Cemetery, and we tell people to take pictures of faces in the windows. Well, we caught one again this year. Go ahead, pull that one up, Steve. So this lady, she sends it to us, okay? Now you see the circle there, and I know it's going to be hard to see it. See, I see it because I was looking for it, okay? There's actually a face of a guy there that he's a heavy-set guy. Some people might be able to see it. Some people might not be able to. So what you're going to do is take the original photo from us that we put up and
Right.
blow it up. You're going to see a guy's face, and it's a very detailed face that is up there. Unknown to us who it was. So I have everybody, every time when these things happen, everybody has to sit exactly where they were at.
I see it, and it almost looks like, is he wearing a white collar?
Yeah, he's wearing like
And a
white
tie?
shirt. Yeah, like a white shirt. I mean, you can, when you really, really are looking at it, just keep an eye on it. You can really see this guy's face. And this is what happens around the part of like Gaelic Park and the back end of Bachelor's Grove Cemetery, because actually this is being taken as they're going into the Gaelic Park area.
Mhm.
So right now they're like driving. So how is it if everybody is seated that face is showing up? I just thought about that right now.
That
They're
face was not on
driving.
the bus.
What's that?
That face was not on the bus.
No, that face was not
there's
on the bus, or I would have seen that guy standing. Now I'm just thinking about that right now because I'm looking at the background and we're entering into the Gaelic Park area.
Mhm. Right.
And that face should not be there.
No.
So it's very odd. It's very odd. So what else we got for everybody, Steve?
Kind of go through these pictures. Going to kind of
That
scroll
was the
through.
one
We
that
did
was
this
from
one.
Mary.
It was you here. There's some pictures. I don't know if there's anything in these, but these were sent to
People
us.
send them. Yeah.
This is St. James. That's a beautiful tree, by the way, in the cemetery. And then we got this one. Again, remember that one picture from the front end of the church with the green light? You can see that green light
Now you can see the green light. Yeah.
up here. And it looks like there's some sort of lighting that's projected on there.
Now, Steve, do we have for the people before we end, because this is just a short
Yeah.
broadcast that we're doing, do we have something for the people of me singing Ghostbusters?
You know what? I don't. I'll put that up on the next
The next one?
YouTube. It did not transfer over. But this is the bus that we take folks on,
Yes.
and that's Neal with your flashlight. You can see at the back of the bus where the taillights are that we were talking about earlier. This is a nice bus. Again, this is from M&M Limo. They do a great job. We had a gentleman named Francisco with us for the majority of our Bourbon Street tours. And then the last couple of nights we had Chris.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chris, and Francisco. You guys got us safely through the night. I wanted to add a thank you to them too.
Right. Great job by them. Exactly.
Yeah, and
But
you do a great job too, Neal. You got to thank yourself. Everybody should thank Neal too. You tell us some great stories. My favorite, Neal, is the Butcher of Palos
Butcher of
Park.
Palos Park, you know,
Yeah.
and it's actually one of my favorite ones, other than always telling the story about Mary Alice Quinn.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
important to me.
So I hope
But,
everybody had a great time. I think.
Oh yeah, it seemed like everybody had a great time. You know, you're not gonna, not everybody's gonna always be happy. That's just the way life is. Some people are just.
There's this kind of sad. There's a one guy. He got there so late, right? And then he decided to drive behind us. So everybody's on this bus. It's like a great bus. We got TV, music. We got a lot of entertainment.
Right. And
It's
I
an awesome
remember-
time.
Yeah,
They decided to drive behind us. I felt so bad because he missed out on all of that like action on the bus. So
Yeah, I remember that group. You know, I remember we went over backwards basically.
yeah.
They were running late. I said, "All right, don't worry about it, guy." I go, "We're gonna take care of it." I go, "You guys paid for a ticket." I go, "We're gonna see what we can do."
And I think for the most part, we had a great group of people.
Oh yeah,
We had a lot of energy. Our tour goes long. We're out there for 4.5 hours.
and it
when we
goes
do
by like
this.
that.
Yeah, it goes by
like that.
really fast. So
Yeah. All right, so let me just tell everybody this really quick before we get off.
Yep.
So tomorrow, we're going to have our podcast is going to be out. I mean, on tomorrow for
tomorrow's Halloween. Yeah,
Yeah, with Laura. She's going to be talking about the Day of the Dead.
right.
And then on the 6th of November, I believe that's a Wednesday, Steve,
Yep.
we have Laura DiDidio talking about Amityville. That's going to have to be broken up probably into 2 parts. And then we got more guests who are going to be coming up very, very soon. So it comes out every Thursday after 12 o'clock, every other Thursday, every month. That all the episodes will be coming out. You can either watch it on Spotify, Anchor FM, or watch it on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
I recommend people to watch it. That way you can see all the photos and the news articles that we're able to show everybody. Once again, I just want to say thank you to everybody. I think it's very important to thank your customers
Yes.
for coming out because they're the ones who support us.
Right.
And a lot of the things when we make money for Graveside Paranormal actually goes towards our investigations.
Right.
We are able to pay for certain places to go to, so we appreciate that. So once again, you, the customers, thank you.
Yes. Thank you so much. You guys were great this year. We hope you come again. Spread the word. Let folks know. And if you like to leave us a review or tours.gravesideparanormal.com.
Yeah, leave it at tours.gravesideparanormal.com. And everybody, I hope you all have a very happy Halloween. God bless you all. And as always, boys and girls,
Boo.
boo. Take us out, Steve.